Hey guys, welcome back to our series where we're renovating the triple gabled Queenslander. This video is going to be a little bit different. We're going to give you a breakdown of the amount of money we have spent on this renovation project to date. We're going to break down all the dollars and cents, and we're not going to hide anything from you guys. We're here to share exactly what the renovation process is like, living through it, and the costs associated with all of that, and doing some of the work yourselves, and how much trades are costing for us on this project. We're going to show you the process as I go through the list, which is pretty cool. And if you have any questions about the costs associated with this video, leave a comment down below and subscribe to the channel if you find this content really interesting and useful for your own renovation ideas. So let's jump into this list, and we're going to break down what we spent the money on, and whether we thought it was worth it or not. So let's have a look what we spent on our triple gabled Queenslander so far. I'm going to run through the trades first because I think it's better to get an idea of how much we spent on trades up front, and then to look at the rest of the materials that we've spent and done in our own time and used for our own work on the house. So to start off, we've got our Sparky Bryson. Now Bryson's done a lot of work for us at this place, as there are a number of power points and switches that we weren't going to change, including a whole new bathroom and basically a brand new kitchen as well. He's also done an aircon for us in this place, and he did a rig to, a slab, to rest the exhaust of the aircon under the house as well. He's done a fantastic job, and all up he's cost us $4,300 so far, and that includes the rough-in of the electrical work and the fit-off. We're pretty stoked with how much Bryson's cost us. He's been really reasonable. He's a great guy, easy to talk to, and anything ever comes up or we have any issues, he's always there to pick up the phone and come back and fix it, which is awesome. So the next trade is the Plumbers. Now we got a few quotes for plumbing, or looked around for a few different plumbers actually, and this place, the triple gabled Queenslander, had a lot of issues with its plumbing. It was old copper piping, which had rusted out on the inside, and we basically needed to start from scratch. The hot water heater, as Emily might remember, was rusting in the bottom. It was disintegrating into pieces, just hanging on the outside of the house. So that meant that we needed to do a new hot water heater, new plumbing all underneath the house and to the laundry downstairs and to the exterior taps on the front and the side, all new plumbing for the bathroom and the kitchen, and to make sure that our shower and toilet was all working okay. So our plumbers in total have cost us $5,554, and it is money well spent. We could have tried attempting those plumbing items ourselves, but I don't even think I would have been able to get us started on the plumbing work under the house, let alone fitting off some of the stuff that Dan and the guys did for us at this place. So they also got us a new continuous hot water gas system that they mounted to the new paling on the side of our house, and that should last anywhere between 7 to 10 years. So we're super happy with the work there, and having all new plumbing just gives us the assurance that we're not going to have to worry about the pipes anytime soon. The next one is Carpentry. Now I fancy myself as a renovator who likes to tackle a little bit of carpentry, but I'd never framed or sheeted a bathroom, and I'd never done palings into concrete posts under the house. So that's exactly why we got Ryan from Right Way Carpentry to do with us. And Ryan was more than happy to work with me as a DIYer and teach me a few things and give him a helping hand where he needed it throughout the process. So Ryan cost $4,445, and he's been out here quite a few times, and that included the paling along the front and the side of the house, the new wall, all the sheeting, and a few other odd jobs around the place. Now we're moving on to some exterior work that was done, and that was Joel from Fife Tree Services here in Brisbane. He's an awesome guy, and he's just kicked off his arborist business where he's cutting down trees across southeast Queensland. So he did a great job for us, I've known Joel for a long time, and he really gave us a good price. So don't use this price as a guide for how much trees are to cut down, but I'm sure if you want to get in contact with him, he'd give you a good deal. So he charged us $600, and that was to cut down about 3 medium-sized palm trees a couple of shrubs, and it also included stump grinding, which is quite expensive. So Jolie did $600 for the palm trees and the shrubs and the grinding, which was a fantastic deal, and I couldn't recommend his services more. He's been doing that work for years, and it was just great to get him out here. We're really happy with how it all turned out of the front of the house at the moment. The next guy we got was Terry. Terry's a legend. He did the waterproofing for us. Now in Queensland, it's good to get a certificate for your waterproofing, and you can do that yourself and get it certified, but I wasn't really interested in trying to waterproof the bathroom. I'd had a little go at looking at Terry doing the work before, and I'm just glad that I left it to the professional there. And so Terry charged us $770 for the waterproofing in the bathroom, and that included a few coats of the waterproofing and some minor adjustments that were needed to be made in the bathroom to get the waterproofing and seal correct, where there were some gaps or the trim wasn't quite right, and Terry helped us sort those things out. So he did a fantastic job. So in total, we've used 5 trades, and the total cost so far for using the trades has been $15,569. And it's money really well spent. Tradesmen know what they're doing, and they help us have helped us get this renovation kicked along, rather than me spending years doing this job by myself with Em, working at things that we've never experienced or done before. So their help and services are really worth it. Now let's move on to some of the other materials and money that we've spent. And a little later in the video, I will reveal to you the number of times we've been to Bunnings in the last few months, and I think you are going to be gobsmacked the amount of times we have visited our favorite Bunnings. So, Finlaysons, the beautiful floor that we did in, I don't know how many Reno episodes ago it was. It's got to be a lot now, maybe renovation episode number 8 or something around there. We paid $1,100 for the new floors in here. And that was for tongue and groove hoop pine with a clear face, and we stained that as well ourselves, which is factored into the Bunnings cost. So Finlaysons is a timber yard in Brisbane, and they did us they gave us great quality timber, and we were able to get it delivered from there directly to site. There's some miscellaneous stuff in the bathroom, being the tapware, and the kitchen sink. So the kitchen sink plus the shower head, the mixers and the basin mixer and the toilet roll holder. All up, those items cost us $1,328. Now that is an area you could save money if you were wanting to and buy chrome tapware, but we end up going for brushed brass. Wow, very fancy. We end up going for brushed brass because Em has impeccable taste, hence me. So Em has fantastic taste, so we've picked a good and high quality tapware. So we spent a bit more money on those things, as well as upgrading to a stone sink rather than having a metal sink as well. Moving on to the Ikea kitchen cabinets. Now we think these were a steal, and I know Bunnings is great for some things, but in my personal opinion, Ikea kitchen cabinetry far outweigh the cabinets that you can get at Bunnings, being caboodle. Go for the Ikea kitchen if you're wondering, that's my opinion. We just had a much better experience with our Ikea kitchen and love the color tones. So all up, including the bench tops, that was $2,200, which is a great buy, and it includes the soft close drawers. So what more could you want for a couple grand in a kitchen? We don't have a very big kitchen, but it's well worth it going through Ikea and building it yourself there. Now, a couple of things I'm going to just rattle off. The toilet cost $269. The bathroom vanity was a little bit pricey at $629, but again, good quality. The tile tray and the grate in it cost $350. All the tiles in the bathroom, so that's floor to ceiling tiles on 3 walls, which are a wet finish, and the floor tiles, which are a matte finish, cost us $1,500 in total. And I've included in this budget, even though the guys haven't installed it yet, the shower screen for $1,200, and the blinds and a couple of smaller items for $822. So those are all items that Emily and I have installed on weekends and late nights working on the house. And now it's time to reveal to you our Bunnings Total for all the supplies that we bought through Bunnings in this process, and how many times we've been to Bunnings, which is insane. So we have spent a whopping $7,125 at our favorite Bunnings, and that includes $3K of paint and then a whole bunch of materials for fitting out the bathroom, including grout, mastic for the tiles, tools, paintbrushes, gap filler. There's a million and one things that we bought from Bunnings, but it's been a journey, and we love kind of visiting there anyway, every weekend to potentially get a Bunnings snag and be out and about. So we have been to Bunnings a whopping 38 times since we started this renovation. So that's almost, 2 or 3 times a week, because there's plenty of occasions where we've bought the wrong thing and we've had to go back. And so that means on a Saturday, we might even go to a Bunnings 2 or 3 times if it's really necessary. And we also pop into Bunnings quite regularly during the week, especially when we've been in the thick of this renovation process, because we try to buy what we need when we need it, rather than buying all the supplies and hoarding them under the house. Because what we found from our other renovations is that when we do buy all the supplies and store them, we forget where they are, and we don't know if we have any left or where it is. So we try to buy the supplies as and when we need them. So that might be why we've gone to Bunnings 38 times, or we might just really love the place. So there you go. Now it's time to give you guys a grand total on how much we've spent on this place, but there are a couple of free things that I would like to throw in here. Now, we've done a few tip runs with family by borrowing a trailer, and we also had tip vouchers from the Brisbane City Council, so that's been free for us, apart from our time. And I've also been sneaking a little bit of rubbish into the neighbours' bins when their bins are out and there's spare room, so thanks to the neighbours for that. And we've also had a lot of labour coming from my dad and coming from friends and family who've been willing to help us renovate this place. So shout out to those guys. That's been free, of course. And we also really enjoy, building and working on this house with family and friends. It's awesome. So totaling all of those costs up, we have spent a whopping $32,092, which isn't too bad. I think that's really, really reasonable considering how much work we've gotten through. And we'll give you a full cost breakdown once we completely finish this journey, so you can get an update from this video, because I'm sure you guys will be wondering where we land in a couple months time once we finish the outside and do new decking and the final bits and pieces are all finished. $32,092 is a great total so far. If you found any of these items, or if you thought any of these items were crazy high or crazy low, leave a comment down below. We'd be really interested to see how you thought our spending was on this project. And if there's anything we could have done better, let us know. That'd be sweet. So leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace. So he came out here a couple of days after he cut the trees down. Come on, man. I'm in the middle of a video.
I tried to hold
What are you doing? I said, what are you doing? You're ridiculous. It's ruined. The video's ruined. I'm done. That's it. No more budget.